What is going on? I am Johnny Von Duke and you're watching Disney Channel. What the fuck? Yeah, forgive the slightly messy desk in the corner. I really don't usually do proper sit-down talk videos. I do my shitposting videos on different news articles where I just call people out at random for the dumb shit they do on a daily basis and the dumb shit I do. But today we're doing something a little bit different, actually talking about the state of cloud streaming in 2022. Now, as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of cloud streaming test gameplay videos recently. And as you can see, I got one of those videos on in the background to provide some extra ambience for this video. But yeah, why am I doing this video? Why am I talking about the state of it when we've been playing so many cloud streaming games recently and have basically established that cloud streaming games have been better than they've ever been at any point in time? We all know back when when PlayStation Now came out back in 2014, back in 2014, and you could finally stream games to your PC from your PlayStation. And then remote play became a thing. Obviously, this wasn't streaming, but there were downloadable mobile options for a while with PlayStation, like the PSP and shit. Well, you could download titles from the store, and you know what I mean, the PSP, the Vita, blah, 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 blah. That was a good time, but obviously there weren't really any game streaming options available on that, although it was a mobile way to play somewhat console games, but they weren't full-on console games. And the benefit with cloud streaming is, and things like the Switch, which also heavily utilizes streaming, although I've never been able to test that, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, that we finally can play full-on fucking console games on mobile. And I hope I didn't fuck up and say mobile games on console earlier, although I probably did. We'll see when I rewatch the footage, when I'm adding in music and all this other shit. So yeah, where do we start? Well, we started with this topic. Let's start with PlayStation Now. Now to continue on with the continuation of PlayStation, as I lower the video audio from that so it doesn't fucking blow it out so you guys hear it. The unfortunate part about PlayStation Now currently is, anyway, this was a little different back in the day because there wasn't really anyone else doing this. A few people had tried beforehand, but it didn't go too well. Is PlayStation Now, unfortunately, just as it is it's unfortunately just a Game Pass copy right now, which you're probably being like, what? What do you mean this was out long before Game Pass? Well, you see, the thing is here, how do I put this? The libraries are almost the same. There are a lot of shared games between Game Pass and PlayStation Now when this wasn't always the case. PlayStation Now back in the day had a lot of Assassin's Creed games. It didn't have the Call of Duty games. I don't know why I was about to say that. But it had a lot of the Assassin's Creed games. It had a lot of the WWE 2K games. The fact that it had a lot of PS2, PS1, and PS3 games made it a heavy factor for consideration, but the reality is with titles like Doom, Slime Rancher, etc, 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 there are so many titles that are shared between PS Now and Game Pass. Steep is shared between the two. That's another thing. Riders Republic was on both for a short time. That was shared. You had Red Dead Redemption, which got taken off PS Now recently, unfortunately, but that was shared. Technically, Game Pass had Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm pretty sure PS Now had it as well. So yeah, but with PS Now being a Game Pass copy almost, the only reason to get it is for PlayStation exclusive games like I do, and then the big problem with that is, not all the exclusives are on there, like with Game Pass. Fuck me, man. Just fuck me in that regard. Like, damn. Just so much shit is shared. And don't worry, I'll hopefully have footage up in the corner comparing the two. Hopefully. Hopefully. Now, moving on, actually, to Game Pass. There's a lot to like with Game Pass. xCloud is obviously beautiful. we have done test footage here. This is all xCloud footage you're seeing back behind me, and it just does beautiful. The input times are good. I almost have no complaints. I've had scan lines, sure, but they come up so infrequently that I don't even bitch that much about them. I point them out in the videos because, well, that's the point. It's test gameplay footage. But overall, input time is good. It has a unique library of games, and with remote play as well, you can basically play your whole Xbox library through streaming. What more can I say? It's fucking beautiful. xCloud is genius. They need to keep up on that, keep updating it, and just work with it. xCloud is beautiful. Highly recommend. Well, Xbox Game Pass. You know what I mean. Although it was called xCloud for a little bit, so whatever. And then we move on to Amazon Luna. What can I say about Amazon Luna? It is very much the family-friendly game streaming service, which there's nothing really wrong with that. But the thing is, Amazon Luna, with what games aren't really family-friendly, it's basically an EA game. Or a Ubisoft game. EA is on there, right? The footage will confirm for me. Or I'll have a text box up there calling me a dumbass for not double checking my comments before making a video. Oh well. But for being a family-friendly streaming service, it's not bad. You know, it has the Hot Wheels racing game on it. That's a fun time. It does have Ubisoft and EA games, I think. But that's the thing. What's really drawing me in? There's no exclusives. It's Amazon Luna. You know, the benefit with most of these streaming services tied in with other people is there are exclusives you just couldn't get anywhere else that you can stream to your PC and play. Although that's kind of blown out the water now, unless you're people like me who need to stream because they don't have a good PC. Yeah, I kind of lost the plot of that one. My PC sucks ass, boys. But yeah, the benefit of being able to stream is exclusives, which sucks because realistically you don't want exclusives in a gaming environment because you want the shit to be as open as possible, but there's nothing drawing you into the service directly. Yeah, Metro Exodus is on there. That's a fun game. That's a vibe in time, but that game is it's a years old now. It is. Which is horrible to say, but that's the reality. Metro Exodus is old, and that's currently the biggest title that I can think of off the top of my head on Amazon Luna. That's no bueno. I don't think I need to explain why that's no bueno. And NVIDIA GeForce Now. What do I say about NVIDIA GeForce Now? GeForce Now is really the most mixed bag out of all of these, I would have to say. NVIDIA GeForce Now benefits heavily from being able to link up your EA Play, your Epic Games Store, and your Steam accounts to one thing and being able to stream what games are available through all those, giving it quite the wide library. Now the big bitch is you either need a Steam account beforehand, an EA account beforehand, or an Epic account beforehand. Unlike with all the others of these, you can just create an account on the fly, pay whatever fee needs to be paid, and you're good to go. With this, there are potentially 3 prerequisites you need to have beforehand while being able to play this. So, yeah. That is quite the problem. Not really a big problem. But for people with lack of funds, that means you need to buy games beforehand a lot of time. While with most of these streaming services I've already listed, you just pay a fee and the games are available. That being said, there are free titles available, but you still need to have these free titles through one of the other through one of the other game stores. Oh boy, that is the most complex thing. And then on top of that, if you want to get, mind you, the free quality streaming is fine. You get a full hour gameplay. And considering it's meant to be on the go gameplay mostly, or, you know, just sit down with your buddies for like 30 minutes to kill some time type of shit, like, doesn't really matter mostly. But there are accounts to be made for NVIDIA as well. And then if you want to play more time and then get the full benefits of the streaming, you're paying a fee on top of that. It's not a ridiculous fee, but that's still to be considered. And then finally, we get into the boy I was saving for last. Google Stadia. Man, we have never played Google Stadia games really on this channel. There's not going to be much of a point anymore because of the service shutting down, Google doing lack of maintenance on it. It's not going to get massive support anymore. There's almost no point to feature it on the channel, but we might as well mention it while it is still somewhat alive and kicking. Google Stadia is what truly, I want to say, boomed the revolution, so to speak. Yeah, PlayStation now came out before that. Microsoft was tinkering with xCloud. But when Google came up onto the scene and offered something that was more powerful than the native consoles and hardware at the time, holy shit, man. The waters were quaking. But as we all know, it didn't quake for very long due to bad support at launch, various controllers having input lag issues, and then Google servers being overloaded and underpowered. Yikes. With that being said, they did iron out a lot of issues towards the end of it, but even if you have a very, 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 very good internet connection and speed, people with up to 1000 Mbps a second, that's right people, woo, have witnessed input lags, which is no bueno. I get barely any input lag at 220 on my other streaming services, well 300 technically by my service provider. But the fact that people with 1000 Mbps input time, well realistically 800 to 900 at that range, more like 700, yeah, there's problems to be had. They should not be getting input lag, and that's just one of the various things that brought down Google Stadia, along with the problems that Amazon Luna has currently, which is no major exclusives or big titles really to draw you in. It had Ubisoft, it had EA, but those were the notable games, and we have all played those hundreds of times on our other consoles. So, yeah, that's the thing. Sorry, Google Stadia. But anyway, guys, if you somehow enjoyed this video and liked my shorthand rambleness on the state of cloud gaming, kinda, sorta, there's a lot to like. And I forgot to mention that PS Now also has remote play for your PS4 and PS5. So yeah, you can play all your console games on the go, basically, which is a good thing. I highly support the support of remote play on all consoles. And again, I would have talked about the Switch, but I don't own a Switch, so I can't really talk about its streaming. I have owned and tested everything else I have mentioned in this video. So, yeah, sorry, Switch boys, I don't mean to leave you out, but I can't test and talk about what I can't test and what I don't have, you know? But give me your thoughts, and if I missed any notable streaming services, let me know. I'm not perfect. I miss a lot of details in the content, and my girlfriend is now snoring her ass off in the corner. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I have been Johnny Von Duke, and it is time to take it away, other me. Woo! Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It's pretty much a nothing burger, but if you've been watching my channel for all 8 years that it's existed, you should know that's kind of what we do here. Anyway, if you somehow found yourself enjoying it, click over here to watch another video, click over here to watch another degenerate video, click here to subscribe to my channel, then click down there for, well, whatever lazy lack of originality content I put there. Anyway, get the fuck out of here, you filthy animal. Goodbye.